Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington football team taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Goff on first down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down now, it's Gibson.
Antonio Gibson.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the
now Goff. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
David Moore.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Bears nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
By Kendall Fuller. A gain of 4.
It's 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
22 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brings up
a nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Montgomery again, the ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and...
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. He'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Goff on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out and following the pick six. And they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Goff to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up
out of the gun. Goff. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Gibson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 35 on second down, Goff. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now it's Goff. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fourth down and less than a yard.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Back to throw. Goff. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Bears 7, Washington 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Montgomery. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Chicago.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
A throw over the middle taken in. Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 31.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted by the Bears.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
And they'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
Montgomery back to the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Down by Kendall Fuller. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
82.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chicago.
Back to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Bears field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Washington 6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over again. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. That one caught by Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Goff. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
For Washington.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Complete to.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man open. It's K.J. Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They run, Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Picked up on the play.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Bears.
They'll look to throw again. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Looking to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal, Chicago.
Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 4-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
From the 4-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to get away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Kick is good. Makes the score Bears 16, Washington 6.
Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Goff on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Goff on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Ball carry.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got it back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's complete to Mooney. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bears' 40.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Again, Goff. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Throwing again is Goff. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Goff's pass.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Below Nichols. Drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down 16-13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. From the 50, it's Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, you talk about making winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 3rd and 2. Goff. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game, and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Chicago, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to